Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis V. We are continuing on with our Greek campaign as we try to set up for the Age of Discovery to chain our way across from Malta to Corsica to Sus to hopefully down here on the Moroccan shore, but we are still trying to get colonization started. And as we wait for that, we've been increasing the control of our homeland, building up more RGOs for woodcutting, and building lots and lots of roads. Roads within roads, so to speak. Because they are really, really helping us deal with all of our terrible, terrible public order and control. Cabinet member dies at 60. Always somebody dying here. I tell you, it never stops. This guy is on an assimilation job. Why don't we take this clergyman? He's not really good at the other stuff, but he is good at that, so... We're trying to increase control across the country, and it is doing a lot better. We are getting kind of something from everything except for up here. And the proximities are also like starting to span out quite a decent bit. We still have some problems up in the Turkish hills that definitely we want to have more roads help deal with. We do have good road networks up here, but there's always room for more. We have a resolution. Did we vote on this? I'm assuming it's only good things, yeah. I love how there's always votes, and it's like the votes are either everybody gets a benefit or nobody gets a benefit. Take your pick. Playing a game of Rule the Waves based off a very cursed EU4 and Vicky run? That's a good way to do it. That's a good little middle ground for the game. Tactical innovation. Row your galley. Galley veterans, galley power, or heavy ships, heavy ship power. Keep the galleys. But you have two early carracks in here. How much can these cogs move in terms of troops? $250. So 10 of them would be 2,500. So I definitely need way more cogs in this fleet. And those carracks I want to move over to the other fleet as well. Create a new unit based on heavy ships. You said that you had two. Peculiar. All right, that's all good. We got RGO starting to build up. We're sitting on some good cash, which is nice. Oh, this is just saying I have two carracks. I see. Another Catholic vote for institution growth. Yes, please. But so this fleet itself has 40 galleys and 2 cogs. I learned a good trick actually with maritime presence, which is basically if you build 20 galleys and set them in different locations, basically one in each like section of sea, then they will maintain control really, really well. So I do feel like maybe let's grab another 5 of those galleys right now. And then eventually, you know, we'll start building up the light ships and the heavy ships as well, so. Paraphrase from an I Hate Saurus Carl video. I hate Sauruses. Their spears and their claws and their pointy stuff. Very classic. I'm butchering it, but... Mecklenburg, 34? 38? We're building a spy network in the Ottomans to create a casus belli to religious war them over this territory. I no longer need to be building a spy network in them. I did want to build a spy network in Castile, but I see now also we just don't have a lot of diplomacy going. All right. Let's get some roads built. Try to keep 200 in the bank. But I want to start expanding roads out from the capital wherever I can. And our army, I feel like, is looking real tasty. Yeah, real tasty. All the cannons. And the supply truck in the back. Boosts army morale. Dudes, we are straight up. Like, we gotta get some more embrace tech, because I'm running out of things to do here. Predecessor the Carrick. We definitely don't need that. The Bark is a light ship. I guess we don't have access to that right now, so that could be good. Maybe. Yeah, we don't really have much in the way of accepted cultures. We could accept Corsican. Right now we're just tolerating them. So we could also just like replace them. I have to look it up. A perfect 5 out of 7 video. Yep. Where did the mechas go from earlier, Earl, again? Oh, we were just we were checking out Bonaparte earlier, but just a little first look at the game. So, okay, we're building lots of cogs. We got lots of roads coming in. We got some RGOs to make. We do have some. No, we have one. Some cash money out here. As well as just boosting up our old economy here. RGO is pretty much always feeling like good ideas to build on. Seems like never a bad idea. Gain a new work of art. I did? I certainly didn't get told that I did. 1463, an unimaginative friend. Locally known music? Huh. Ah. Yeah, look at this. We've been making little pieces. Bit by bit. This one says it was sadly destroyed and lost. Oh. So I guess I don't have that. Orthodox Zealots at 94%. Yikes. Yeah, this is because our tolerance of heretics is so bad. Ah, yes. The Orthodox hate me because I destroyed their patriarch twice. That would do it. You know? I could certainly see them getting upsetty spaghetti about that. Hardly blame them. Location distance to target. So this is, yeah, okay, so this just kind of like spans out across every direction. Saying if you want control from your capital, these are the roads you need to build. Losing army tradition, or arsenals are being deserted. Oh yeah, look at that control map though. Once we integrate Urdine, that's all going to go up to 100. Well, not 100, but it'll go up pretty well. All of our docks are shockingly strong. This guy's just been assimilating culture, but he's pretty much done. He's really bad at Rebel Crackdown, though, so... Part of me is wondering about, like, should I start encouraging migration into Athens itself? Or should I just start, like, switching pops somewhere else? I don't know why Crete is so off for us. What is... Oh, it's all Venetian. Well, yeah, that'll be... We gotta get that switched out for sure. A new Grandmaster. Our previous Grandmaster died just while in the Navy, I guess. Our heir is a pretty good choice for that. And honestly, I would not mind giving him some more boats. Even if they're only early Carracks. Even if they're expensive early Carracks. Okay, Orthodox Zealots at 95%. Let's pull you off and say Rebel Crackdown. The old Rebel Crackdown. We almost have our religious war ready with the Ottomans. I guess this was maybe the other thing I was doing, was building up this army a bit. I have 6 Hoofnieces. We could certainly have 9 Hoofnieces. We could also add handgunners, who are bad at combat speed, but do good morale damage and eat more food. I just don't know if they are better than Reformed Crusader Knights. Ability to move from the reserves to any other section within a battle. Oh, so you don't really want them in the back then. Honestly, the Crusader Knights are just so good. I'm having a trouble not just using them. I think I'm just going to grab a few more cannons to add to our army just for kicks. The stronger, the better, you know? There's our barks. And so I don't want to transfer all of those galleys. No, sir. But I do want to transfer about 20 of them. Give them somebody in the Navy. Ooh, ship capture chance. That's kind of fun. I like that this guy is ship repair. And I'm going to have this guy on patrol the seas. Also the Aegean. I guess I wonder if I have two different groups set to 20s, will they just move around as required? Because the idea with proximity is basically they're meant to sit in a province until it goes to 20 and then they move somewhere else. Ah, yeah, okay. So we don't have control of this because this is also like where Naxos is. My. Advances, advances, advances. What do we do with you? Art schools and theaters. These theaters do reduce unrest, so you know what? Maybe we just grab it. Encourage urbanization is not a bad choice. I don't know that we need it, though. The armory's okay, but it really is irrelevant compared to our order strongholds. Oh, all this stuff is good. Why don't I just go down that tree? That'll strengthen us up quite a bit there. And then the army, I'm going to move right over there. Sit them next to their capital. When this war breaks out, it's going to be hot, hot, hot. It's going to be a busy war, that's for sure. One of the other fun buildings we can start making is, or keep making, our coastal forts. Candia. And Atlantia, I guess. Where's Candia? Oh yeah, down there and down there. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll give us a bit more control. Ho, ho, ho. Glory hole. I don't know why they keep singing about glory holes. It's a bit strange, but you know, the church. Keep building that up. I love how much our economy is buzzing right now. It's better than the la 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 la's. I mean, it's definitely a different vibe. It is a little hilarious how much, as much as I love the music, how much it can also start to be like, it's making me go insane. Ah, boy, there's some really great rulers in here I would love to have in my army. Except I have this stupid estate law. I could get rid of this. 33 stability. Now, we've spent a long time getting our stability back up, but it's always going to kind of tipple-topple over from different ways. I do feel like this is a pain in my butt. It's not really doing anything good for me. Nobles, very upset about it. But now people like, you know, my Grandmaster can actually lead the army. Or this mercenary. Or this burgher who gets negative army attrition. I am always trying to empower the burghers, so why not give it to him? You guys are going to go back into training here. We lose 10 army tradition. Proof. Whoa, we have 87 army tradition. Wow. There's our Caspelli for the Ottomans. We gotta wait for our diplomats to build up just a little bit though, which is fine because we have some things we need to solve. Can I bribe these guys actually so that they don't revolt? 600 gold for a bribe? Sweet Jiminy crickets. Is there something else I could give them instead? Max literacy. Control of the borderlands. Proximity cost through land minus 10%, but it gives them 100% power. Just a lot of power. This gives us centralization. Oh, this one's not too bad. It gives us centralization. It only gives them 20% power. It gives me less levies, which isn't a problem, and maximum tax is decreased. I don't max tax them anyway. This one also gives artist salaries are cheaper, and we get 0.1 towards innovative. Oh, this one could be really good. That would move us a lot. Only 2% happiness, though. How are we on the old centralization chain? Oh, we're moving 0.26 towards centralization? Okay, we don't really need that much. I think I'll take noble patronage of the arts. I can help curb that rebellion from happening just a little bit. I think that's a good idea for us. Okay, this stuff is all still worth a lot of money. As is all of this stuff. So we sometimes have a lot of people working. Sometimes we don't. Because we're still kind of short on these workers. All right. Charismatic preacher within the Hussite ranks. Clerics can be happy. Purge heretics. Purge heretics. Alright, so most of the rebels aren't too mad. Okay. Greek commander dies of old age. Who is this guy leading the army then? Oh, it was our heir. No. What internations, dudes? This is just a general and mercenary. Oh, yeah, with aggressive. He's the burger guy. My bad. So the... What do we got? Hospital, fortress, church. Thinking about building some hospitals soon as well. Theaters, cultural tradition, and unrest. Can I get an unrest map mode? I bet I can. I bet I can't. Huh. But this is like... Does this count as unrest? I'm very confused about this. I'm going to build a theater there in the capital. But then I guess I'll start spreading them outwards a little. Yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of Orthodox lands. We do have enough for our war. We are perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Yeah, we have a better standing army. They have way more manpower than us, is a bit of a problem, though. We have slightly bigger levies. We actually have a bigger population as well. And a much better fleet. If I declare war on them, the Jalarids will join in. We could ask Hungary to join us, though. On religious war. Part of me is thinking like, well, why wouldn't I do this? Yeah, we're stronger than them in land and navy. I don't know that I need Hungary to come to my rescue here. Unless the Eretnids, and all these other people also get dragged into the war. How did that happen? You're all vassals of the Jalarids. Okay. I'm not sold on that yet. Also, why is my morale just absolutely destroyed at the moment? Because we declared war, I guess. Okay. So I'm probably going to want to grab some army levies. You know, just a couple. Just so we have some like strength over here. Ooh, wow. We have like 4,500 levies on that side. It's popping up like a quick 5,000 so I can siege this location, but glorious war intensifying. Indeed it is, my dude. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Something significant about harbors last week that was waiting to happen, like naval tradition to tick up. Oh, you're thinking about the reform we wanted to put in. No, we're still waiting on naval tradition. Though I know how we could fix that. If I actually just have someone push naval tradition, they might be able to push it enough. But I don't have the stability to be revoking that stuff right now, so I'm not going to really panic about it too much, I think. Let's go siege their capital. Our boats are out here sinking all their boats. I hope. Oh, he's got heavy ships. I wasn't expecting that. Galleys, get over there. Sugar. Yeah, no, you guys got to retreat there too. Interesting. Repair these boats. Get your morale back up. Okay, we need to like turn down the speed smidge here as well. So I would allow attachments to this army. This one probably not so much. That is his actual army. Like that is not levies. The Hamanids have caught him in the hills, which is pretty good, though. We have to remove Nikolai Zorzi from court. I could probably do that. Or lose a bunch of estate status action. I'll remove him. He's honestly not that good. And I'll put in this other guy here. Cost me $100, but that's like kind of worth it at this moment. Dang, man, my ship's got beat up real bad here. But at least we're not being, like, blockaded on that front anymore. Merge all these armies together. Let's get a leader in here as well. You know what? This is a commoner army. Why not put that commoner general in? You don't say. You're actually trying to land people on roads. I would never guess them foolish enough to try that. Think I can knock that army before it gets there? Probably not, right? 22nd of January? How long would it take for us to get there? We're having to see a Monera on the 12th. Oh, maybe. Not super likely. Having road siege down would be not good. Not good for us. There is 11 of his transport ships sunk, though. Maria. Alright, we're gonna just perk back at Constantinople then. Probably what we'll do is we'll grab this army afterwards and move them en masse all the way down here. We have who in this? 48 galleys, 11 transports. I hope that's enough. Pop in here for the blockade. At least bump this up to 2%. Hostile naval batteries and forts. I mean, this is their capital I'm hitting right now, so... Oop! He has shown up with a big army. I just want to know, like, how many of those guys are levies. I think they're all levies. We got to do massive morale damage here because we have so many cannons. So even before the fight begins, we do crazy morales. We are taking a river crossing penalty, unfortunately, though. I can break that side. Greece is 1. They fled. Okay. Now, this 0% has gone back to 7%, which leads me to believe probably we lost some artillery in that fight. Rhodes at risk of starving. Sorry, dudes. And you guys are massively losing population. Over here. Died as soldiers. That feels strange, because I don't think I'm pulling soldiers from Corsica right now, but... maybe we are? Alright, our air has died. This guy's got to be taking... yeah, he's got no food over here, so he's just dying every month. He might burn out before we do. I am a bit worried that they're going to come up and catch me here. Yeah, like a lot of these guys have lost their troops, right? I don't know why those cannons insist on being part of the battle every time. Mercantile cabinet. Pop promotion speed and efficiency of our cabinet for 20%. Get a plutocracy. Trade advantages. More artists. We already have a lot of artists. Honestly, I think the integration process is still like the best thing we can do. Even if we fail this, the speed of integration plus 20% is like massive. We can always take a communal bump. It's not the worst. Costs us a little devotion. But it like guarantees that this passes. What's the actual integration of Candia? So Crete. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take that. Salvation. And then I think we need to break off these guys who have no HP. And I'm just going to let them run away so that they can recruit. And hopefully nobody catches them out on their own, because otherwise they are destroyed. But I think they'll be fine. They're technically hidden when they're over there, so... 7%, 0%. These guys are still way, way off over that way. Foreign trade competition rises. I want capital economy, so I'm willing to take that 10%. These guys have still mostly just been building for themselves. Maybe I should invite Hungary into this war just to, like, speed things up. The war goal is to take Manisa. Yeah. I mean, I guess also, like, I could just grab a hunk of more troops here. Ah, see, this is exactly what I was worried about. 3,000 versus 11,000 is bad news bears for me. And again, I have artillery on the front line. All of these artillery are in reserve, so they should not be on the front line at all. We won. Don't ask me how. So there was artillery on the front line is how that happened. But now they're in the back, so now hopefully they won't get destroyed so fast. I think I could actually start moving these guys back to join back up shortly. I'm guessing just like the artillery hit is so heavy on them that it shatters morale really early. Somebody took my pizza? Not quite. Not that I'm aware of. It's a 7% chance we take that. We're still getting this river penalty, I think is what's happening as well. Again, for some reason, I have artillery coming in on these flanks. Artillery on the front line, artillery on the front line. I guess it's just that the combat speed is so heavy. This is really hard to say how we're doing. 3rd of June, so at least you'll get another tick of reinforcements before you'll pop in here. This is an expensive war just in terms of numbers. Life in Athens. We do what we can. Lose 100 gold or lose support in the Curia. I'll take the Curia. The L in the Curia there. You guys come in the 3rd of June. I mean... Where are my troops? I'm so close on this, on having them on morale. But I just don't think that my flanks are able to hold against them for long enough. Yeah, we gotta get out of there. All right, we're gonna retreat to Pergamon. That's an expensive L. Avert thy mortal eyes. A vision has come upon our land. Blazing eyes fallen down from the skies. As deadly stars melt our enemies' flesh to the bones. Monthly research progress, 10%. Our finest artillery experts have been urged to focus on making sure that looking at our troops is as dangerous as looking directly at the sun. The siege of Manisa is successful. Very good. Those boats up in there. We are going to have to sail down to Rhodes and stop that from getting dunked here. I don't know if I'm better off just having levies do it. That is only a levy army. But he's like getting there pretty fast. You know what? Let's you guys going to Thessalonica. Folks can now be cast. State satisfaction. So have these guys board. Sure, I'm going to snipe these galleys if I have a chance. Though I'm not sure I will. Don't know where they're going. But here's a big army for us. And we wipe out all of their troops. Because they have nowhere to go. And then we can sail back to Pergamon. Oh. Or we can sail right here and wipe out these galleys. Yoink. Well, partial yoink. So I think all of these forts that he has up here are somewhat of a problem for us. All right, you guys head into Pergamon. Let's just merge all of our armies into one super stack. I think. Feels like that might be the right idea. And then I guess the only thing is that I want all these levies not on the front line. Same with those cannons, which are still reinforcing by quite a lot. Okay. Move cavalry there and there. And then a ton of levies in the back. So let's go one in the center, one on the left flank, one on the right flank. Those are troops of like 1,000. One on the center, one on the left flank. One on the right flank. Now, I think our boats are doing okay-ish. Some of them are pretty close to getting sunk. This guy's got 6 heavy ships here. Not actually sure we could take 6 heavy ships out. Dude, can I even make heavy ships? Oh, the early Carrack is a heavy ship, so I have 4 heavy ships. Noted. That'll put me at 7 heavy ships. While this Curia is going on, I would like to stop cracking and start integrating more. I meant to do this, but I forgot. You're assimilating Crete. I think I'm just gonna have you integrate. Interesting. I built a road through this guy's province. I didn't even realize I could do that. So we've stopped here just to get our morale back up. And now let's go back into the city. Lose a little Curia support, that's fine. Unfortunately, this siege does start at a fresh -42. Which is scruff McGruff. But that's it. All right, there's some pretty big armies down there. I will allow attachments, mostly because I don't want Epirus to go down there and try to fight 20,000 troops by himself. Integration in Candia jumps up 20%. Okay, Epirus, what did I literally just say, dude? So this becomes a bit of a threat because I don't have forts here. And while these aren't the most populated lands, I don't really love the idea of the Ottomans just taking all of that on me. Just gonna have to sit my navy out here. I mean, this becomes pretty easy to fix afterwards, but maybe we should call Hungary in. Will not accept. Hungary is at war. Who are you at war with? You're in a burger war with the Polish burgers. You're helping Poland to deal with its burgers. All right. Wish you weren't. All right, we just sunk all the Jolly Red ships. Yeah, him just carpet bombing my entire Anatolian province is not ideal. I mean, at least our capital is over here, so we have that going for us, but these are mostly tribes. Pergamon falling. People enslaved. Not that many. Okay, 477. I thought they would take a significant amount more than that. Now, I guess the question is like, when all of these fall around, will that be a problem? Smyrna still at least has a tower. There we go. Hungary. Come on down. Croatia as well joins in this war. Wherever they are. Down here? Yeah, okay. New patches up for EU right now? They're always hitting me with something, aren't they? Yeah, alright. We're losing a couple thousand peeps. It's not ideal, but we can make do with it. We'll kind of sweep back afterwards. The worst is just like our prosperity is going to get tanked in these provinces. How did I lose Manisa that quickly? What? What? That was a city with a fort. That doesn't make any sense. How did they siege that down in a single tick? God damn. Oi, oi, oi. Well, the economy never stops breathing. So we might as well keep building stuff in the meantime. At least in places that can afford it and are not about to be sieged. Yeesh. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of pops to these guys right now. At least we're on the edge of taking their capital. Which I feel like should be worth a lot. Guff. Do not like. Do not want. It's a big one. Fix some huge issues. All right. Well, we may roll over and do a quick patch out after this war then. So many places. Clergy estate satisfaction? Sure. Ah, I have enough influence I can actually start calling for votes now, too. Tolerance of heathen beliefs. Might really help me deal with these, like, Orthodox zealots for a little while. Oh, the Orthodox zealots are down to 73,000. They used to be 400k. Never mind. That's significantly less of an issue. Keep it all in mind, but like... Oh, their poor boats here are just getting like slammed with naval attrition from the forts. Just park those guys, let them repair. %. Okay. We have a breach. We have 6 ticks. Artillery impact is 2. I don't even know if we managed to refill all of our artillery properly, but 28%. Ottomans lose another naval battle. Our naval captains have managed to catch quite a few smugglers in recent years, and the cut to the state has been rather large. We gain 584 gold. Okay. Sure. Let's maybe build some fancy buildings with that. Like a hospital. Probably increasing the marketplace a bit would also be nice. Constantinople is if I could do some stuff for like, yeah, fort defense 10% is probably a really smart idea here with the fortress church. Also a theater. Also probably a counting house. This is Constantinople we're talking about. Protected harbor. Harbor capacity 10. Naval attrition -5. And a pound law canal. Ooh. Ooh. The pound lock canals add local production cost in basically everywhere. So I want to build those everywhere. I just spent all of that money instantly. Okay, great. That'll keep us busy. %28 on this siege. Hungary wants food access. Yeah, of course. Are you bringing troops down is my question. Doesn't really look like you are. Which is a bit of a disappointment, but... somewhere along the way here I lost the minister, but... I'm going to let them slide for the moment. Oh. How's he good for nothing so-and-so's? We're winning all the fights out in this sea right now, which is nice. Oh, I am like just slowly bleeding off boats. I mean, I don't need that many of them to be blockading is probably the thing. Like, I could be repairing a lot more than this. Let's just do it that way. You are up against... What are you up against? Galleys, heavy ships, galley. Okay, so if that's the case, send those 42 boats back out. Sink every ship they got out here. Did we sink anything? We sunk... It says we sunk 10... All of their galleys, all 6 of their heavy ships? No. Merge these stacks. Figure out who can leave. Settle up in the harbor. Somehow these guys have moved to 14. This is what I don't understand. It's like, how are they sieging this so quickly? I know I have insane siege defense. I thought I had insane siege defense. I better keep this diplomat in case I need to sue him for peace. France has forced us to embargo England. Oh, okay. Bit rude, but what are you going to do about it? $49. Are we going to get it on this tick? It's a 50-50 coin flip, basically. Be really cool if we could take this city. You've got to be kidding me. They're going to siege down all of my forts in the time that I am trying to siege down one location. Should I just leave a sieging army here? At this point, I think I'm going to have to. Damn it. I'm just like losing ships here. Don't want to be like losing all of my carrots. This is now down to 28% chance, and I'm no longer blockading them. Why am I no longer blockading them? What do you mean? I don't have maybe enough ships to blockade them anymore? There we go. Okay, yeah, we got to solve this, and we got to solve Smyrna here. I really don't want to lose Smyrna either. Croatia has shown up. That's nice of them. I wish Hungary would show up. They are maybe bringing troops down now, though. Okay, we did not lose that siege yet, which is very, very good. He is taking a straight crossing penalty. I have double his troops. He is a hodgepodge of basically all levies. How is he holding here at all? There we go. Getting me worried for a second. This army currently doesn't have a commander, which feels a little stupid. All right. Next up, Smyrna. I guess, like, let's go there first to Pergamon. Because I do see that there are 11,000 troops there, and that's, like, a lot of real troops. Dude, I cannot get over this siege. And how it is not progressing. He's pulling back like 5,000 troops right now, so if he just like comes down on top of these guys, they're gonna slaughter them. I mean, he's got no morale, but... our morale here is also just the pits. Sus has asked us to improve our cultural view of them. Of the Masuda culture. We currently have 3,000 Masuda pops in the world. They're discriminated in Greece. I mean, I guess here's the thing is, like, I'm probably going to have to get them eventually. Dude, they're not even, like, showing up here. We ought to accept, based on our current trust to them, we will lose an additional 2 diplomatic reputation. I don't mind accepting that. Alright, we've shown up here to deal with these guys. The Ottomans have not engaged with their stack. So hopefully we can just, like, take this, refresh ourselves a little bit. Like, how are our regulars doing? They're pretty beat up, but not terribly, honestly. I think we wait the end of the month. Grab the tick. And then let's go after this Ottoman stack. Terrain is to their benefit. But other than that, we're not crossing a river or anything. Another tick on this siege. 35. This is insane. How the odds of me not having won this siege still are astronomical. We're attacking. We have an insane amount of troops just in reserve here, which is great because all of our artillery is back there as well. Am having a pretty rough time on morale, though. We're taking a -1 on rolls. I don't know about this one, Johnny. He's technically losing more troops than me in most of these fights. But I think he is beating me on morale. But also he doesn't have any reinforcements. And he's got like auxiliary, like supply wagons on the front lines right now. Yeah, okay. We beat this flank and then it's all over for him. Very good. That's so much better. Now, unfortunately, my siege is being broken right now. You guys are going to have to bail. Which means I might as well just let my whole navy sit back down. Pretty big loss for the Ottomans here. We're going to take Manisa because it is like the war objective. Or at least I should say I'm going to detach a siege here and take it. Because I'd like to sort of retake some of our territory. Oh, okay, I don't know. I see you there. I see you there. Oh, you're turning back around, are you? Okay. I don't know what is counting for population here. For locations, populations, for cities. We got all sorts of stuff we got to take. I mean, I spent so much time trying to take that because I wanted to loot it. It's totally outrageous that we didn't win that siege at any point there. You guys are going to pop out and you're going to sink all those boats. You're going to sink many of those boats, but not all those boats. He managed to get 2 heavy ships out. Yeah, we sunk a lot of them, though. You know what? That wasn't bad. All things considered, not too shabby. And now we get to clean up all these like little armies as well. That are like, these are all levy armies, so they won't be able to reinforce as well. Now that being said, like we've chewed through literally half of our manpower already right now, and our war score is climbing. You gotta get back to here. Or I just flee and head to Pergamon. We are forced to embargo Aragon. Okay. France, you're really trying to make me pick fights with people I don't really want to be picking fights with. Though I do understand why. Yeah, all of our Crusaders are missing a lot of troops right now. This is basically all infantry. But also not necessarily worth brouhahaing. Oh, unless he attacks me in Smyrna, where then absolutely I will go brouhaha you. I guess just go straight through that way. Unless you show up with another 9,000 troops and another 5,000 troops. That could be pretty bad, actually. But maybe at least we have a really good defensive position here. Oh, we have a river crossing position. Oh, that might have been a big mistake coming down here. I'm going to bring our boats down in case we need to flee onto the boats. Here's the thing, if they spend all their time reinforcing, they might also just like lose so much morale or see their morale get buckled enough that the reinforcements don't even get into the fight. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. Hungary, dude, where are you? You have 18,000 troops here. Could you please bring them down to help me? I am desperate for some troops right now. So we have coastal forts everywhere we can. We do actually have a couple armories. So the Order Stronghold gives us 1 monthly manpower. The Order Headquarters gives us more than that. The Order Commanderies give us more than that, but we can only build them in places where they like us. Which is admittedly not a lot of places. Don't one of you have a big fort in you? You have a big fort. Requirements not in that. Needs to be the capital. Oh, that's the Order Headquarters, sorry. The Order Stronghold. Just try to make sure this is built anywhere where we have a fort. Candia actually does not have a fort, which is surprising. I think I'll build one there anyway. More of our cabinet members are dying. Wow, we're actually losing quite a lot of nobles and everything right now. We are winning this fight. I think he just rolled a 0, so... The question is literally, does he morale break? This flank might be able to do it. But will this flank hold long enough? Ooh, this is going to be very close. If those 5,000 troops came down, I'd be in mega trouble. He breaks that. We reinforce the center. Our flank over here is getting wiped out, but I think we're okay. Depends if these 100 troops hold. He has so little morale, but we have so little troops. I'm losing 10-1 in troops. Dude, just break that morale. Break that morale. Get out of here. Don't let those other 13,000 troops reinforce. Do not let those 13,000 troops show up. Oh my god. Okay, that's a 7-point war score. Get on the boats. We got to get out of here. We got to heal. We have one in the Gulf. Okay, can I just come in here and pick you guys up? Okay, I was trying to keep that paused. We can't win this again, can we? We are just like bare-knuckle boxing our way through these fights right now. I'm really worried because I'm about to run completely out of manpower. Which is something I literally never thought would happen. But considering I am meat grinding these fights against the Ottomans right now, and I am losing huge numbers. My center is about to collapse. I don't think we can win that. My goal for this war is just to take this and this back. That was all I really wanted. I mean, I would love to say release all Greek slaves and pay war reparations, but I don't think that's gonna be an option for us. Sucks that we couldn't escape just then. Okay, let's just park here. Because he's got to, like, defend a river crossing right now, which is extremely costly for him to do, but... Alright, where do we have armies left for levies? Nowhere. We have 1,000 troops in Rhodes. That's about it. Oh, man. Oh, that's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real hard to get that sorted then. Okay, I'm just gonna straight balance this unit. Pull all this artillery back. And then we'll, I guess, wait another tick right now. Like, he has a lot of retreating troops that look like they're retreating into here. Very likely that our side will lose. See, I can't tell, like, what here is what. This is a real, like, hodgepodge of troops. Our commander is 91, 48, 60. There's a 77, 75, 100. Their army is better quality than ours. It's like 3-1. It's just that I'm defending the river crossing here, which is why I figured, like, we'd have a good shot at it. I'm genuinely shocked I'm having so much trouble with this fight. But I like, it doesn't help that Hungary is just not sending troops. I wonder if they're close to accepting a white peace. Yeah, hit them while the morale is low. Straight crossing is a -2. That's what I thought. Yeah, so we beat them here. I guess I'm just gonna have these guys, like, hunt navies right now. Thank God our armies are good, at least. Yeah, we're winning from battles. It's just that he's getting a bunch of ticking war score right now. We get 83 troops per tick per month. Let the nobles complain. They're going to be upset again. One men at arms. These are all levies. There's more of them. But, you know. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, there's 1,000 troops I can gather there. They certainly do have a bigger army, but they are taking a bunch of morale penalties coming across this river and marching for so long. The question is will it be enough? Didn't look like we had much of an artillery phase there. We are hitting them on morale really bad, though. We hit them pretty hard on morale there. That's the thing. We do, I guess, at least have very good quality troops and very good morale. Largely because our army tradition is 100%, so we get an extra 20% army morale. I imagine this is screwing up our values a bit. Well, not really. They won that fight. Are you for real? Okay. That's gonna make my life a bit harder. See if we can come up here and sink these boats. Okay. Oh, they did flee, at least. Where are you guys all going? All of these, please merge with my main army. Oh, man. All right, they're going after Smyrna again. It's a lot of troops to get through to get to it, though. Yeah, miraculously, like, I have not done much to his levies. He's basically cut my levies in half. But I've done very little, it seems like, to his. And they want to do a crusade against Egypt. Whew. Against the Egyptian nobles. That would be the crusade for Jerusalem I ever so dearly wanted, but I'm caught up in this war with the Ottomans. That I'm simply not having a wonderful Christmas time with. Oh. Who are these boats out here? Ottoman boats fighting Hungary boats? The problem is I take a bunch of coastal damage if I just like sit there, so I guess I don't really want to do that. Oh my god, look who showed up. It's been a bit late, homie, but I appreciate you bringing down 6,000 troops. These guys are going to come across and fight me? Okay. God damn, dude. They're no longer fighting Smyrna. Well, let's bring my boats out here to help these guys. Take boats when I can here, but otherwise... Hungry, hungry, hungry. Where are you going? You're not, like, just retreating right now, are you? That wouldn't really go very well for me if you just turned around and left. 16 from defender taking. If I could take Manisa, even if I could just take Manisa, even if I didn't get Bellicasir, I am starting to like severely wonder about, I don't know, I guess like getting a fort in Pergamon, or you guys don't really have a lot out here. $22,000. Definitely I want to dismantle this fort in Manisa. Hierapolis, I think, should probably have a fort. To help protect this flank. This is part of the problem, is he has all these forts all along the border, and I have none. Really. I mean, mine are all along kind of like the Grecian side. And the waterways. Yeah, I guess taking this one was really nice. Because it was a town, and it was kind of my border fort. Because if I had that one, Hierapolis, and then like Iatsa maybe. That would be 3 really powerful forts on the edge. But it really depends on how Hungary wants to play right now. Those boats are coming back into me. We sink them both. That's very nice. I'd love to be able to, like in Hearts of Iron, just tell my boats to like stay docked. And only come out when you see a ship. Guess what we can do is we can like take this fleet, use it to blockade. Man, I am hurting on troops. All my Reformed Crusaders are at 0. Hungary wants to go that way. Okay. I mean, I guess I could turn attachment mode back on and see if the computer can figure this out a little bit. Like, this is what I don't want, is Epirus running in all on its own. Yeah, you get all back here, Epirus. Pop out for those boats. Pop back in. Hungary, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? That's not a good idea. Get out of that fight. Did your whole army just get wiped out? Did you just cost me a ton of war score doing that? All right, we got to try to white piece those dudes. Minus 12. Like, we're just fighting tribesmen with cannons. But even my cannons are so blown apart. Like, I can't even reinforce them with manpower right now. Ooh, if we lose this, I might have to pay my way out of this war. 22,000 Ottoman troops. $252 gold and I'm out of this war. Think I'm gonna have to. Think I'm gonna have to. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster of a war. So the Mamluk is... Oh, the Mamluks are in a massive civil war. That's why they called that crusade. Egypt is definitely winning that. The Egyptian nobles have literally 0 troops. Likewise, I currently have literally 0 troops. Okay. Taking minus $70 somehow a turn right now. Buying up a lot of food, I think. How's the old market looking? Not great. Tarnovo is still making weird plays that I don't entirely understand, but all right, so that was a quick market readjustment. Pepper, rice, ivory, incense, and fruit. Still fruits. We're missing ivory for a building. I'd love to know what building that is. Guys, can you lock this tooltip properly? This is exceptionally aggravating. Thank you. That's not the right tooltip. A fishing village in Demetrius. Why in God's name is a fishing village trying to use ivory? Oh, and all these zealots are really bad. Man, we got to get this armory unlocked. Big time. Building a castle over here. Yeah, you know what? I'm building a castle over here too. Can I not? You're a rural settlement. Oh, no, I cannot. The Curia has called a crusade. Guess who's back at war? It's us. Poland wants to go... Why is Poland obsessed with crusades? Look, Poland and Lithuania have been calling non-stop crusades for stuff that, like, is not a crusade. Poland, France, Castile, Papal States, me, and Verona. I'm the one who's going to get attacked in this war. Thankfully, it is a war against the Egyptian nobles and not against Egypt itself, so we might be okay. All right, I might as well apply these two. You're 63. I don't want to hire you. You're just going to die in like a day. Cost me 100 gold for nothing. Ooh, man. Ooh, man. We need 2,659 to reinforce our regulars. Yep. Well, there's our fort limits. We have all our nice coastal forts. I could build commanderies. Oh my god, can you build one of these in Seville and also in... What is the name of the place up here that... Santander? Let's see, probably like any of the areas around these guys would be good. I'm hoping if I build things here, then I will also increase the chance of New World spreading to my territories. Which it so far is still struggling to do. Yeah, we're going to start running like double pop problems, double rebel problems real soon. Sorry, Crusade, but I cannot help you at the moment. Canadids, I can't start annexing though. I'm gonna start doing that. A lot of regulars. They actually have quite an army here. It said, but they all look like levies, so I don't know what that is about. But an annexation will be at least some benefit to us. Oy, oy, oy. So we still have this like whole Achia-Naples problem to deal with, and now the Ottomans have gotten... Well, you know what? If it was just the Ottomans and it was just the Jalarids, I think I would have been okay, but it was the fact that the Jalarids also own every single minor province in this entire area. And I did not realize that. The minuscule factions is a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, common people. But I need to make the nobles happy because they are very unhappy, and I believe it is causing me some insurgency problems. Quite a lot of insurgency problems, actually. 0.4 a month of insurgency problems. All right, I have a handful of these boats that can come out right now. And I would like them to be at least patrolling our nodes in the Aegean here. Part of the issue is, like, if we're not patrolling, then our maritime presence drops. If our maritime presence drops, our proximity from capital drops. If our proximity of capital drops, our control drops. So it's a real knock-on effect. So control is definitely getting up there. I'm also going to plummet my army maintenance because, again, I don't really think this crusade is going to last very long. At least I'm certainly hoping on that. Another core. You're also, yeah, you're also a rural settlement, so I can't put a fort in here either. Well, at least we'll have some going. I could fort Pergamon. And honestly, considering how badly that went for me, maybe we should. That's expensive, but you know, it'll work out in the long run. We need the soldier count to head up. Oh, amazing. Okay, we can also build armories now. Okay. Good, 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 good. I wonder whether or not we should take something like men-at-arms army levies, because like my understanding is that all of our army levies are crusader levies right now. So I think I'm going to get garbage instead. You can just keep integrating small provinces until we get that ticked up. Tunis market. Tunis market. Where am I? Oh, yeah, Malta. Merchant shipwrecked. You lose 41 gold. So, we can build armories now. And armories give us 10 monthly manpower. Okay. So I'm going to build one here. I think we'll build one in Smyrna. We have one in Constantinopolis. But we can certainly upgrade it. How about one in Thessalonica? And one in Rhodes. That helped the manpower. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's an extra 50 manpower a month. Plus we can start upgrading them. That feels smart to me. I might also want to build one in this little town here. I also probably want a dock in here too. Yeah, I'm probably going to want both of these things in here. Damn. Okay, that war is over. Close to being target of an international organization by an independence movement. Probably because of Turkish patriots. Cultural influence versus influence. from lack of control and base value for every country. So I'm just going to always have Turkish peasants. Is I guess what I'm starting to feel is the case. I definitely want to crack down on them because the Turkish peasants are the ones that caused this whole issue of us losing this territory. Which is so funny because like I never would have had to go to war with the Ottomans in the first place. Maria. These patrol the old Aegean as well. All right. Well, the good news is at least our economy is still in like good shape. And if we can pump up some armories to get our manpower up, that's going to make a world of difference for us. And 27. $29. 131. Oh, okay. As those armories get people working in them. Genoa against Morocco. A season. Morocco, I don't think that's the best idea. That's Bohemia. Genoa. Genoa has no professional army. Morocco does, and they have 93, I don't know, what, 1,000 levies? I'm going to decline that offer. Sorry, homies. It just doesn't feel like the best idea. Art schools unlocked. So I guess that's the other thing, is I could look up art school. Cultural tradition, local cultural influence, and skills of new artists. Oh, Athens is the only place I can build that anyway, so... But the theater... The incorrectly spelled theater building... Could maybe build one of these over here to help with the rebellions. Or at least the unrest, I should say. You know what? I guess supply limit is valuable. It's not really a problem we're having now, but it's probably a problem that we'll have in the future. Temptation. Temptation. We're getting the best hits today. Truly. Where are all my horsies? Here and here. One goes on that side. And then I think you guys switch like that. Okay. 5. Yeah, maybe I also just need to like thicken my flanks up with more Crusader troops. It's quite literally just another strong possibility. That might help us out like quite a lot. Off you go into the Aegean. Well, we got another curia. Oh my god, we haven't recovered from that war. I've just realized something we really should do. A cathedral in Thessalonica. Yeah, all right. Nothing else here is going to pass, so... Part of me is like, why not? Oh. None of our provinces actually managed to lose prosperity majorly. Which comes as a bit of a shocker. Nobles are sad. 34%. Oh, man. Naval tradition. Yeah, you know what? We're winning most of the naval fights anyway. Oh, I have no sailors either. Oh, this is because we're trying to repair the ships. 10% curious support. Interesting. Reduce opinion of Krajina over in Croatia. That won't get us much. Contain pike and shot. Meh. Where are we on these guys? Pike and shot is spreading okay. It'll cost us 14. We could actually embrace pike and shot, which is something for us at least. Common defense against annexation and usurpation to forge documents, have them counterfeited or backdated. Even now, these questionable methods are still used, and we ponder if this practice should benefit us. 5 devotion or 2 stability. I don't know what I'm forging a document of, but the opportunity of backfiring seems like probably not a great idea. Is there like building roads in my territory here? What's going on? Ooh, that's nice. 5 gold, 200 bucks, or 200 bucks for 5 curious support that we don't even need. All right, we're going to dig out a bunch of roads up here as well. You don't have like any of these built. Maybe I should build these from Constantinople. What is the like proxy capital? Not very good at the moment. 78 control though. There's already a gravel road there. So let's build that up to him. Expand that control out a little bit. Keep doing more research. We'll expand the cultural capacity. And I guess we could start curbing the nobility after that. They seem like okay options for us. So we're flatlining around 14 prestige. But we're pumping up on this manpower account right now too. I want to know, can I fit in more of these armories? Definitely here. Definitely here. Definitely here. 66 bucks to sponsor Cathedral. Boo! I'm glad that triggered while I was spending all my money and I didn't forget entirely about it. Okay, we'll have these guys Also just patrol the seas here. Seems like kind of everyone just wants to move into this one area. The whole called bankruptcy. A ruler keen of the very best the country can provide. A treasury governed by greedy and incompetent persons. Investments that went wrong and too many loans. This is how you dig the hole called bankruptcy. It might have been all that those, or that made one of our subjects stumble into the hole and fall all the way to the bottom. We can help them get partially out of the hole with a donation of money, or ignore it and make them help themselves. $9. Intervene. Cast them on him. Bulgaria declares this a rival. That's okay. I guess our Turkish Patriot problem is probably going to continue to get even worse when we hit the Hamanids, so... It's just that they absolutely hate our guts. It is a hard problem to deal with. Temples give 5 max control. I didn't know that. And they only cost like 31 bucks. Dude, I'm gonna build one of those. Well, not in my vassal, but... Five naval tradition or a really good admiral. Let's grab that really good admiral. Cultural capacity increased. Nice, good. And yeah, I don't know. I guess a couple of places with like bad religion choices here. Locational religion problems. Like, you still have a lot of orthodoxy. Those guys still have a lot of orthodoxy. These guys got basically nothing but it down here. Some of these locations like have been flipped, but certainly not all of them. Figure if I can get the main like city centers more so, that would help us. I figure if the major population centers start changing, then maybe everyone else will start to go afterwards. We're almost done with all the integration, which at least is really good. Well, Bulgaria's mad at us. What else is new? And these guys are pretty much ready to start patrolling the seas again as well. So at least the quality of our maritime presence should go up pretty well. I know there are ways to just like spread them out, but I feel like just turning them on auto should be efficient. Sturdy grains. Our pops still need. Big time. And we don't really have access to it outside of this one little province. So we'll bump that up a little bit there. Try to get them some more peoples. A bridge. Bridge! Oh. Oh. Hold on a moment. Bridge adds -5 local proximity cost. Are you joking me? Okay. I'm just going to start building those literally everywhere that I can. This would help us big time. Probably let's save a little bit of money, though, so we don't go bankrupt. Yay! Our army is back up to full health. We'll put them back on training, considering they all basically got butchered in that last war. And with those armory upgrades, we can now store up to 10,000 manpower. Okay. That's very nice. Rights of the nobility unlocked. How's the New World Institution? It is slow, honestly. It is hecka slow. I mean, I guess we could start supporting rebels. Nobles blocked from cabinet. This progresses centralization. Nobles are sad about it, but also they lose a bunch of power. So I don't love them being blocked from the cabinet, but that's not a huge deal. They very rarely serve the cabinet. So I think we will curtail them. 7 stability, 400 gold, or 5 research. I will take the gold and I will curtail the nobles. And hope they don't get too upset about it. Boop, 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 boo. So, everywhere that can have a bridge is now building a bridge. I wonder if I just go here and I type like a control. Temples also add max control. Noted. You're overlord of... Oh, a disloyal subject. I understand. In a war without the overlord? What are you guys doing in a war without the overlord? You're in a noble civil war? Huh. I don't have any diplomats. All my diplomats are too busy annexing the Hamanids. Music is good, but the tracks are too short. Just starts to feel nice as it fades out. I get that vibe, for sure. Wish there was an option to loop all the tracks regardless of the situation or culture. That'd be cool. I mean, in theory, you could just like download the soundtrack and you know, play it in Winamp or something, but the option in game would be much nicer. Download mods to increase diversity. Yeah, that's totally fair. Hussites. Happy clergy. Clergy, I love that you're at 100% happiness all the time. It'd be really cool if maybe you ever wanted to do anything other than try to strengthen your power more. Cathedral, breweries. See, those are things I like them building. This guy's building an armory here. I'm not stoked about that. I will continue to strengthen my armories. In the meantime, yeah, we're pulling in over 100 troops a turn a month now. That's a lot better. 200 actually. We're losing a lot just to army maintenance. Now support rebels. I guess cavalry power. I'll take a prestige hitter. Prestige will bounce back up, so. Nice. Look at that proximity cost. That's getting so much better. We have lots of green control now as well. Alright. You guys need help, apparently. How you started losing this war is a great question. But sure, we'll come over and help you out. Do I have any free boats not doing anything? Oh yeah, these guys will. I had a feeling those guys weren't working properly. And now I feel pretty certain about it. Bonk. And siege. The old bonkin' siege. Appeased estates or fickle. 2.5 estate or 2 diplomatic reputation. I'll take the estates. I would not call myself overly concerned about diplomatic reputation at this point in time. So you guys ended up building that castle. So I was also thinking, let's build things like a fortress church and an order stronghold over here. Because if you're gonna have one, you might as well have the rest of them. Now, when you're done transporting troops, are you going to go back on defending our territory? Nope. Good to know. I guess the Ionian Sea would be maybe smart to also take some control over. All right. Have them on patrol duty. Sturdy grains, man. Also books. Well, that's one I didn't expect to see for a while. Haven't had any missing books for a bit. But sure, we'll build some book centers. And we might as well upgrade some of these other RGOs for us. As long as we making money, we might as well keep making more. Gain cores. Oh, sugar. I didn't even know we had access to that. Finished integrating Greek Naxos. Oh man, the integration is... What a slow and steady pace this has been. Let's get that tiny province right there, because it shouldn't take very long. And honestly, dudes, I might just have to start saving up for some of the other advances at this point. I guess like encourage urbanization is something we could get. I mean, technically that is 10% extra levy size, so sure. The blue country? Nyali Patra? this little tiny, frustrating country that does not seem to just want to get absorbed. They have royal marriages with Austria, the Van Habsburgs. And I can't get an easy Casus-Belli against them. Next time there's a Curia, though, that we'll probably focus them down. Because Achaea and Naxos are under... Achaea, Naxos, and Albania are all under Napoli protection. The integration of the Hamid has taken a fair bit of time, but now that Erlebith is a Greek town, it'll reach its full potential. Yay! We have more stuff. You're building tool guilds. What are your RGOs over here? There is livestock over here, which is something that we have been, like, generally struggling on. We're doing better nowadays, though. Do you guys have... Man, I don't even know what to start building over here. Probably a monastery. Probably an order stronghold. Let's go with the theater as well. I think I'm going to want more theaters around the place. Because that would also really help cure our unrest problems. You're currently cracking down on Orthodox Zealots, but I'm actually realizing if I have you crack down on Turkish Patriots, I think Orthodox Zealots are at 0% when I switch you. As in, maybe there is no more growth of the Orthodox Zealotry? 0.1. Alright, I don't know how that math worked out, but... The cursed EU Vicky game was combined French-English crown. Swedish Empire didn't collapse, and Baltic became the Swedish lake. Germany was dead. French coded America. Northeastern seaboard was Dutch. Oh, that is a very, very cursed game, my dude. That's so cursed. Yeah. A brewery is being made. Look at that. The Asthoy are actually doing something for me. We should tax them. That's so nice. We should tax them more. I'm not at war. Why am I paying all this money into my army and my forts? I wonder if I should maybe put some more money into stability here too. If I could have that go up significantly, it probably would be good for us, right? That would solve a lot of my rebel problems, actually. Nobles are pretty okay with us right now. I'm going to take 500 gold. Let them be mad. Let them be mad. All right, boys. What else we got going on here? Wine. We got our gems. Beeswax. We always need more beeswax. Embassies. Boo, boo, boo. Right, I said theaters. Now, I can build theaters just about anywhere. Why is Grenev so green for this? Build one in Pergamon. Build one in Crete. Build one in Thessalonica. Build one out there. Just trying to get these cultural problems, you know, eased up a little bit. I would like to build more boats as well, but it doesn't seem like we can really afford any more sailors at the moment. So we're just going to eat that for a little bit. How's the old Italian wars doing? French League, Holy Roman, Iberian League. Oh, did all the Italian leagues quit? Oh, Tuscany and Naples joined the French League. Ha! That's going to make for a pretty strong France. That's a little bit worrying. Let's have 150. Starting to wonder, should I start improving relations with Sus so I can try to absorb them and get our little hop off point. This is crazy how slow colonization is going. Like the fact that New World is like just barely out of here. Currently 0.02% of our population. Oh, we actually got it in Athens. It's no longer just red, it's now yellow. That's fantastic. So that means it will actually start spreading from here. Do you want a fortress church? Do you need a fortress church? I don't know that you do. I do know that marketplaces are really good for us to have here. Whoops. And the chancellery we can also upgrade. Okay. Syria is possible. We'll do it in Athens. So I need to get these guys to give me a war declaration. So I'd be willing to expand foresting. What I want is a... Wait, hold on. What do I have in return here? Contain meritocracy as an institution. I didn't even know that was an institution right now. Break alliance. Address Burger Mansion complaints. Address Guildhall complaints. Everybody wants me to depower the burgers. I see how it is. Well, you know, if this law doesn't pass, it's not really a big deal. Certainly it would not be the end of the war, end of the world for us. Wow, I can't believe how fast our manpower went up now that we built these armories also. Just kind of keep bumping those boys up. So I need a diplomat to declare war on you. That's fine. We can wait a minute. Copper complaints. The copper they purchased was such low quality it was barely usable. Ah, a tale as old as time. Traditional economy. Petty squabbles for devotion. Peasants in Edessa. Yeah, I'm not really going to worry about that. Very little cost there for what that actually is. You guys should definitely get a cabinet expansion here. All right, so bridges we got everywhere. We lost another 5% there. That's okay. Let's quickly, while we have expand forest debate, expand forestry costs. So it's only very specifically forestries. No, I need RGOs. Lumber. Ah, lumber is maxed out. That's expensive, but sure. How is our stone doing? Yeah, we could upgrade this stone for sure. I think we had, stone over here. And it's kind of it for our building supplies. Until we absorb these other dweebs. So declare war on you. Nobody joins. We just take the parliament to approve claims. Just the stupidest, most minor fight imaginable. The war of 3 seconds. Hooray! The war is over. We have won the war. I'll take all your money. I already have a diplomat en route, and I imagine I need a diplomat for this as well. Who was this army? Prisoners. Prisoners. I've never seen that before. Ransom prisoners, hire prisoners, or execute prisoners. There you go. You can have your troops. Oh. And I ransom them back, and then I get to fight them again. Comedy. And then I guess I could ransom them again. Weird. Strange that, like, we never took prisoners before. So that's fine. We failed our exploitation, but we got the thing we wanted out of it, so. It's basically 7 stability for the cost of a war. Generally say that's not bad. Boom. Now this land is our land. This army doesn't appear to exist. What would happen if I merged you into my other army? That's a great question. I hope it doesn't blow everything up. Sure, we'll build a monastery here. And I want to say that the population of this place is also, like, very strange. It's all Catalan. Catalan. So that's a bit of a weird one. Nerd, how we doing? Am I cosplaying as a soccer referee? You know, the amount of people who have called me a referee today, quite a lot. A shocking amount. Which is making me feel like I should not be wearing this. It is a shocking amount of people. Select the culture to steer towards Greek, and we're going to do it here. Let's get rid of these Catalanians. I'm liking it. I'm glad to hear you're liking it. Tarot Tricks, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the agency. I actually don't have enough paper. That looks like a relatively easy to solve problem, though. Just make a ton of paper guilds. Yeah, and we are still missing books, actually, so. Scriptoriums. I mean, I guess part of the problem is our scriptoriums are also like don't have any paper to make the books out of, so. Levy size. More tech. Meritocracy. Oh, yeah. 1,568 stability. I mean, pike and shot is only 1,050 stability. Getting worried because I'm really like running out of research that we can even do right now. Just keep adding to the pile. Okay, so maritime presence is really, really juicy. We got some really tasty maritime presence happening. But our money is actually down quite a bit because our forts and our army. So that's good. So basically when our armies are down, we make pretty good money. Guess we could probably afford to put like maybe a couple bucks into Diplo spending. Drop their tax down to 80 again. Just trying to empower them. They're building things that are actually like good for the country too, so I really don't mind giving them a little extra juice. Paper and books, paper and books. Fruit and sturdy grains. So, fruit, we actually have RGOs we can expand. Sturdy grain, on the other hand, we only have a single RGO and we can't do much about it. Mistress. Alright, we'll give them the prosperity, I suppose. We can also build fruit orchards, and in fact, a lot of places already have these, so why don't we just expand that and help drop the price? Really want to get back to spying on Spain. Try to get this innovation out of them. Tunis also has a bit of it happening right now. So, I mean, yeah, we still have this, like, we're importing fruit from Seville. Though it looks like we're not really able to import any. So I'm wondering, can I grab anything else from Sevilla? Jewelry. That one would work. And beeswax, maybe? Sure. We could try. We can always try. Catholic Church going for satisfaction. Wow, we lost a lot of galleys, I think, in that that recent dust up. But, and this is something I actually didn't notice, we captured an insane amount of transports. So this is one of the things we can do as Knights Hospitalier. It's a special ability we get, is that we can capture ships. Oh, detached damaged ships. I also did not know that that was an option. What am I doing with this many ships? This many cogs and hulks? Also, I didn't realize the Hulk was a transport ship. Grab that guy next. Right? Like each of these transport ships take 250 troops. So I only need 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 3,500. 4, 8, 12, 14. I definitely don't need 26. Most certainly do not need 26. Let's go with 20. And I will disband those 6. Grand. Cabinet members, dying left, right, and center. Army morale. Tolerance of heathens and heretics, and monthly progress towards innovative, a tolerant ruler. Throw him on the cabinet for sure. I feel like these numbers are lessening, but they're still a major problem. All right, you're going to go back to trying to spy on these guys and get whatever we can. Yeah, I do wonder about those counting houses for state power. What if... Can I build embassies over there? No. Because if I could build embassies over in Seville, that might give me access to some of it, but... Temples in all of those spots. Oh, I mean, we got lots of cathedrals. Doesn't mean we couldn't have more. Starting to think about like more universities as well. Tolerance for all. Tolerance of heretical and heathen beliefs +2. Damn. Base value for every country. $68, 18, 222. Another integrated province. I feel like if I integrate these guys down here, it might curb the Orthodox zealots. Though, all right, no, they're really calmed down a lot. Turkish Patriots over here is actually a pretty big problem, though. You've been assimilating... Oh, right, you're assimilating the Catlins. Yeah. Though they're not that much of our territory, and the Turkish are significantly more, so I think we're going to have to change you. Over here. I mean, let's go for the main area before we expand out. Heavy cavalry. I was wondering if maybe our cavalry would get an upgrade there with that, but doesn't seem like it. They are just cavalrymen. Okay. Everything is starting to feel a little more reasonable. Docks. Add harbor capacity. And monthly sailors. So I'm literally just going to build them everywhere I can. I forgot that we actually did absorb Crete. Like that we fully annexed this state. It's very easy to forget about it. Oh, Portugal, you're so tiny. Oh, poor little baby. Poor little Lisboa. Getting beaten up by those poor Castilians. Okay, rebel movements, big rebel movements. But going down ever so slightly. 0.09 now. Turkish patriots, I think, are also, because I'm trying to convert them or assimilate them, are going up on their own. You know, I guess I don't necessarily need to have these guys training. I could have them on Rebel Crackdown. $20 prestige loss from diplomats making an arse of themselves. Dude, that's a tough go. Alright, I'm gonna have those guys suppress rebels, see if they can pull a little bit of the wind out of the Orthodox zealots. Because, like, that's still, like, 70,000 pops. At least these Turkish patriots are very small. But obviously, I do not want them taking over this whole country and then just coming back to bite me. There's our boats. I don't know, by men-at-arms, I guess. Maxing out on tech does not feel like it's going to be a good thing. You know what, though? Pike and Shot is getting reasonably priced, so... it's spreading pretty well. Maybe we just, like, save up the 900 bucks for that. Take, like, the temporary stability hit. That could be worth. That could definitely be worth it. Erdine in here is also one of the other people I've been thinking about to be like... You are protected by Bulgaria. Okay. Another dead cabinet member. Another dead cabinet member. Trying to get some of these roads up towards places like Ionia as well. The more roads, the merrier. Okay, proximity to capital actually has expanded quite a bit out there right now. This is the worst place, and Gregory is also pretty bad, but I could fix that with one easy road. And hopefully that will make all the difference we need. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull some of these guys off. At least for a little bit. Put them back on Crackdown. The never-ending crackdown of rebels. It is truly something else. What about that pound lock? Are there any more of these I can build? I can build one in Thessalonica. Okay. Protected harbor. Lots of places I could build this. These also expand our harbor capacity. Roads is an obvious choice. Just gonna move our points towards capital economy. Currently, we're a very traditional economy. Seven stability, bountiful harvest. I think I'm just going to uphold the commons for now. La 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 la. Alright, and I'm going to blow all my money on protected harbors. See how much I regret doing that. I mean, at this point, I guess let's just recruit everything. And we'll finish the tech tree. Oh. I assume that if you're not researching anything, your monthly tech just, like, goes up in smoke. Which is not something I love the idea of. You have 20,000 max manpower. Okay, but your army... That's really interesting. His standing army got gutted. I wonder if we killed a ton of them during that war. I feel like we must have. France remains the economic hegemon, as is expected. I'm going to try to boot my troops up so we can at least match the Ottomans. Oh. Oh, no. What is happening there? Egyptian Lamy War. So Egypt is in a war with the Ottomans, but mostly with lamb. To try and grab more land, but it looks like the Ottomans are getting buckled because of it. In fact, I'm going to guess that's what happened to their entire army right now. It's not that I did any damage to them. It's that the Ottomans did lots of damage to them. Dangerous. But noted. Windmills. I wish I could build that where the sturdy grains come in. Sawmills. Can I only build these in forestry locations? These seem like extremely good ideas to build in all of these spots. Lumber, 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 lumber. Wow, that's just 10% extra lumber. Damn. Constantly running out of paper mills here too. Oh yeah, look, the Orthodox numbers have gone down. They were at like 70,000, now they're down to 50,000. Clerical cabinet, promote the clergy. Start constructing counting houses all over the place. That's pretty expensive though. Marble mines, alum mines. Fish gathering, clay gathering. Monthly devotion. I don't know like what of this I really need. I mean, I could just support a clerical cabinet and just take the boosts. Yeah, I don't really have a huge need to go to war against someone like Bulgaria. Oh, I'd crush them. Oh, we'd crush them really badly. I am rivaled with Bulgaria. You know what? Maybe I should just do that. You guys aren't an Orthodox kingdom. You are an Orthodox kingdom. All right, so I definitely don't need to do the Curia shenanigans with you. And you guys are still a vassal of the Kingdom of Naples, so I cannot do much about that. Morocco! How are you colonizing everything? Moroccan colony, Castilian colony. Vassal of Mali. Damn, dudes. Castile is absolutely gobbling it up right now. Yeah, I mean, I'll just keep going for steel maps. Lose stability, lose naval tradition. Last time we did this on lose naval tradition, it took off a chunk. I'll take the 12 stab hit. And I'm going to save up for pike and shot. We gotta. There's no question about it. Because if we cannot get more tech, we're going to start falling behind. The good news is that the longer I wait, at least, the cheaper it gets. Oh, meritocracy is spreading pretty well as well, also. What does meritocracy get us? Efficiency of the cabinet, tax efficiency, monthly literacy, legislative tradition, cultural tradition, power projection, estate enrichment, trade efficiency, military tactics, by the grace of God. Set cabinet members, build gravel roads are cheaper, more artists. Wow, okay, so this whole tree is really good. And pike and shot gets us printing press, pike and shot. Army morale, fur output, wild game. Better sections, faster spies. Oh, because we took that diplomacy. Early arquebusers. 400 strength regiments. Woo. And matchlock levies. Training fields. Oh, that's nice. Lancers, falconets, supply convoys. Movement time when attached to another unit. Supply depots, reinforcement, battle leadership law. Ruler must be commander during war. That's actually pretty good for us, considering we just have Grandmasters. Dry docks. Better harbor capacity. Carracks. Lazarettos. Disease resistance, 25%. Ooh, wow. Permanent parliament and crown power. Flutes. Trade advantages. Merchant advantages. Merchant court. Okay, there's a lot of very good stuff in Pike and Shot. That's all under Pike and Shot? Oh, yeah, okay. Very cool to see Nerd in the Wild. Oh, we're known to pop in and say hi to each other. Every now and then. Let's grab this guy down here. Try to deal with the Turkish Patriots. Typhus. Get out of here. I hardly knew her. 51-year-olds dying in the cabinet. Not what you want, but it's what you'll take if that's all you got. Just wondering whether or not anyone good would give us a military bonus. Tuscany would give us $3 a month. We're only at 26 for Spain. I need to get to 40 before I can steal all their maps, so. It's hard. I'd love something that like pops back up to be like, hey, you can start spying on Spain again. Did you know? No, that's unfortunate. This guy loses 5 prestige, 5 support, and 3 of all abilities. You're killing me here. Trying to keep that prestige up is so difficult. All right. At least that passes. At least that passes. Where do we even have typhus? From the Ottomans? Yeah, okay, that's a very minor outbreak. Tina is still missing paper. Trying to save money, but it's just like, no. You literally can't create these things. We're down to 4 non-integrated provinces. I cannot believe that. Clerics are super happy. You guys want taxes. I really wish we could tax the clergy. Catholicism, 100. All right, well. That'll put a stop in that. Maritime presence is through the roof. Proximity is mostly yellow or up. Definitely gonna have to run some roads up here. Eventually. Oh, the Orthodox zealots are almost gone. Up there is like the last remnants of them. Swap you over for a little bit. Slow negotiations. Diplomatic annexation costs 10%. Dang. We had been talking about absorbing someone. I mean, we'd have to get them up in power first, but... Alright, 5 more points on this map. We even have sailors coming back in right now. Lots and lots of troops. $750 for pike and shot. Typhus in Athens. Do I have a hospital in Athens? I think I do. Yeah. Outrageous amounts of paper needed. At least they're cheap to build. Get out of here, Typhus. I'm not interested. I like how it just like shows up in Athens and then leaves, and then shows back up in Athens, leaves again. Okay, one more point. One more point of spy network. Morocco has taken half of Portugal. That's going to be a war. On the bright side, it might slow down Portugal a little bit. Covert actions. Steal maps. The Azores, Jollof, Madeira Sea, West African coastline, or the Western Sahara. Let's go West African coastline. Because now I can look at these guys. Hopefully. Eventually. Or we might be able to grab some more stuff in here, maybe. I mean, until we get this institution, it's really not a lot we can do. I do wish that there was like a encourage institutions. Temptation. I should look at building at least a monastery up here. In the Burgas. That's like all Orthodox up there right now. Paper, paper, paper. Okay, paper problem's fixed. We still need more books. We're getting the problems fixed. Surely but slowly we are getting the problems fixed. Mostly slowly. You can embrace meritocracy or pike and shot. Ooh. Wow, meritocracy has been all over the place for a long time. So is pike and shot, apparently. The printing press has like no progress over here, so I would love to try and find a way to steal that. But I don't have any path into India there. Who are you? Cologne. Cologne. These guys already have military sponsorship with us? They do. That's good. So we'll start getting some institution growth from them as well. All right, let's take pike and shot first. Because I feel like this will also keep me a little bit ahead of the old Ottomans. And is this just like speed of spy networks? I might go for that first. Because I have a lot that I want to steal from Spain right now. And then I think we just go down there. Ooh, man. Alright, well that's a major jump at least. That's like our first institution in the Age of Discovery. We're like halfway through the Age of Discovery. But considering the fact that we've managed to research pretty much everything else, I feel like that's pretty good. All things considered, I feel like that's pretty good. Alright, how do I get some better control up there? Refuse their demands. Deal with a few rebels. 300 bucks. So I gotta build a road through there, and then I can build a road up through there. Trying to figure out, like, what's the pathway to securing this area. Promote institution is a cabinet action that does get unlocked via tech in the printing press category. Okay. Noted. Boo boo boo. I guess these guys... We're so close to having everything integrated, I just still feel like that's the best. I know, like, getting rid of some of the zealots, integrating more of the Turkish population. Like, that's the only way I'm really going to get that stuff fixed up. We're just so intolerant. Oh, we have enough to almost get another seat. Australia has become the military hegemon. Oh, wow. Or Australia, Austria. Slightly different. Same, but slightly different. Boom. All right, that should be a huge bonus for their procs to capital. And also will help me if I need to get up to that fort for any particular reason. Oh yeah, how are you guys? I built a road down here. Oh yeah, that dramatically increased proximity to capital. And gave me some good control. We even have control down here now that these guys are integrated. So it's really just Burgess and this like one province here that I own. Any good military sponsorships? 43 for Mecklenburg? No, not really. So what I could do then is look at like my subjects. Start improving their relation so I can absorb them. I mean, I guess we still have sus. So even if we do like a Malta, Corsica to sus, and then like, you know, get some sort of landing point on these islands or down on the West African coast, there's still options there. We have an integrated Crete. Oh, this guy is terrible at integration. Why, in fact, you're terrible at everything. You are a real suck of a cabinet member. How's this guy? This guy's like gold. Why don't we have you do rebel crackdowns? And this guy is actually good at his job, can focus on integrating provinces. Wow, those guys are 98.61% done. Great. I love at least the integration is almost complete everywhere. Slowly getting closer. Okay. It looks like RGO stuff has mega calmed down in Tarnovo. That's the wrong market. That's why. That makes more sense. I was like, wow, how is that so inexpensive? Flood these markets. I'll take that devotion because we're already at max. And everything else is cruising. There is still like stuff we just don't have access to, but if you don't have access to it, you can't do much about it. Keep building up the RGOs so they make me money, but up. Some good iron. Yeah, I don't really seem to know how to get these numbers down. Other than like fixing control. Power of support. So that's pretty much all just coming up from Burgas. That means. I mean, not entirely, but I think the vast bulk of those Orthodox zealots, if I get that bit of extra control, they should be fine. The nationalism here is a bit of a problem. The Turkish patriots are something we might have to constantly be dealing with. What are you talking about, Sunni zealots? You barely own any land there. Oh, but you are the vast bulk of the population of Pergamon, so that will have to be dealt with a little bit at a time. Can't I do convert props slowly through the cabinet? Yeah, it's just you do it like location by location. Canonize? Or do we want another cardinal seat? Who has all the cardinal seats right now? 20 cardinals. Yeah, we could do with some more. I mean, we are a holy order. Being in charge of the church is probably a good idea. And also, like, France is the other half of the church, and currently France is dominating this game, so making some better friendships with him would not be a bad investment. All right, so we're saying if we do some conversion to Catholicism, can maybe knock out those Sunni zealots. If we're lucky. Most expensive stuff in Athens is dyes and then weaponry. Now, I feel like dyes we know how to make. In fact, I'm pretty sure we have RGO builders. weaponry was there, but now it's gone. But it does make me go like, okay, is there buildings we should be building for this? I mean, we got a few weapon makers. I don't know what we have in the way of, like, you know, cannons and stuff like that. That's actually something that's been of some concern of mine. Urban parliament seats. Oh, cool. Where is the old cannon maker? Maritime presence to owner. Ooh. Oh, it's just a Genoese thing. Gunsmith. Yeah, see, like, I don't have much in the way of gunsmiths around either, which feels like probably worth having a few of them, considering the importance of guns. Devotion or Apemia? Let's take that devotion. Yeah, same thing with these cannons. 34 on spy networks, so we've almost got enough to get into Spain again. Slowly, bit by bit. Yeah, this is the funny thing is, like, these Sunni pops are literally only 100, so I really don't even need to be, like, absorbing them. But dealing with, like, I guess the Turkish patriots are the biggest thing that needs to be assimilated right now. Maybe. Okay. Our demand for livestock is really crazy right now. Pepper is still not something that we can get in. Is it? Like, nobody will trade me pepper. Everybody wants it, but nobody will trade it. Wheat needs more stuff. Tools need more stuff. Wheat is fairly solvable. Yeah, firearms. Well, I guess we're building a bunch of gunsmiths right now, so that'll start working its way out. Paper is also still having a problem. The last drop. For the long time, our diplomats have been wary of Grandmaster Orestes and his tendency to insult everything and anything. He has infuriated the Grand Princess of Shaki, a ruler in Georgia. Way over here. Yeah, I'm not really super worried about that. Okay, one more tick and we'll have another map piece. We'll have another piece of the map puzzle. Who needs to do colonization when I could just steal all of Spain's maps? Yoink. Ooh, yeah, so Cape Verde I could explore. A lot of this coastline I could as well. Why don't we go for Cape Verde? Because I don't think they have colonized this. They've not. They don't even have a colonizer here. There is a single peasant apparently living on this island. It's got pretty good harbor capacity. Santiago. So soon. Wait, what? Create colonial charter in Adrar? What? I could just do that? I assume it would be here that it would happen. Adjacent. 250 gold. Costs us a monthly maintenance of 2 gold. Will attract pops to the location in a province over time and eventually give us ownership over the territory. Dude, I did not know I could even start doing this. Okay, I'm sorry. I can have any of these areas. Even though I don't have Age of Discovery, I am allowed to start doing this. Buddy. How come I can't create a colony on the these islands here? This costs $100 to start exploration. Micronesia, 36 months. Look, we're gonna start this colony up first. Even though, oh, there's no way I could possibly get that though. Like, Morocco's gonna beat me to that. Malta will become a town. That actually could be pretty useful. I'm willing to see if we can pass that. You want religious teachings? You currently have the vote education. This would remove a bunch of traditionalism. Contain the New World? Absolutely not. Probably colonial range is still tiny. That is possible. What do I need here? I need like quite a lot. Workers, peasants, and everybody else still gets that. Laborers and soldiers too. 5%, 5%. So this is actually kind of good for us. It would make us more spiritualist. Not a problem. We're maxed out on that anyway. But it would remove the traditionalist, which would make us more innovative. It's going to cost me 12 stab, but I think that's kind of worth the price of admission. I'm going to do this anyway. Because at the worst, it does mean at least a bunch of our people will start moving down here. Start constructing a university in Sozopoulos. Clerics will be upset. And we will get student protests. Dude, I am taking a free university. Those are like $350. That's a crazy good deal. Ooh, so I can make it from anywhere, hey? I'm assuming iodine is blue because it means it's like the best option. Though Corsica, also very close. Monthly maintenance is 2 due to population and distance. Send pops from there to there. Foreign pop 19,000. Foreign pop's 19,000. The problem is if I move these guys, I'm moving Corsicans. Not Greeks. I'm having a bit of confusion with the colors. Like, would Athens actually be the best place for this to go from? I'm gonna try this. And then we'll start doing some exploration. The Gulf of Guinea, there's the Jolof area, the Crew area. So here's the thing is I'm pretty sure there is gold in this coast, but I don't remember where. Madeira Sea would be nice because I could build up a little colony right here. That would also let me pass back this way. And skip going up around Spain, which might be worthwhile. Alright, so probably let's do Micronesia. It's also the fastest, so... I wonder if it's just like because it started spreading to my capital, I was allowed to start doing this. Like, I wonder where the flip of this was. Colonial range is 1250. We gain some curio support. Where do we start constructing the exploration from? I guess Athens. 333 days. 270 days. 270 days. To 320 days. 270 days. 270. 270. You know what? Let's go for Malta. Ooh, I get to select who does it. Navy movement speed. Army movement speed. Ship repair speed. Blockade efficiency. Are there special abilities for... I mean, surely there must be some special abilities for exploring. I'm just going to take the best guy we got. Good luck, my dude. That is costing me no small amount of money. But we've broken 50 on the old order chart as well. So I think with our first colony started, hopefully, we should start getting a colony pop in here soon. And our first explorer going to check out some nearby islands. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. We did lose the war with the Ottomans today, or at least we stalemated with the Ottomans today, but also we realized that we didn't have any armories built, and that's where, you know, a lot of our manpower needed to come from. So I feel a lot better if we end up having to go to war with them again, which I would like to do. Just maybe we find a way for them to, like, break their alliances over here would be nice. Because they got some land I wouldn't mind taking a grab of. You know, Cyprus would be nice. And also just the rest of our bits of territory here for our wall, I think would be pretty clutch. Ayatsa might be another settlement we want to build up as a city. Like, there's a couple good spots here that we could build up as towns. Sort of around Smyrna. Ironically enough, like, the area around Athens is brutal. It's not a particularly good place for a capital. Building it over in Smyrna would have made way more sense. But, you know, what are you going to do about it? I think with that, why don't we call it for the day? And we'll come back and we'll see everybody in the next video. Until then.